Today's cocktail commentary with Jeffrey Pogash is brought to you by Monin Mai Tai Syrup. Made with natural flavors and real fruit juices, Monin home-crafted Mai Tai cocktail mixer can be used to mix up an authentic Mai Tai in seconds.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Cocktail Commentary. Can you believe that it's been 79 years? That's right, 79 years since the Mai Tai cocktail was created. Wow. By now, most people associate the Mai Tai with Trader Vic. Victor Bergeron, owner of Trader Vic's Trading Post, a tavern and restaurant in Oakland, California. But before Victor Bergeron became Trader Vic, he was Mr. Hinky Dink, the name of his first dining establishment in Oakland, which opened during the height of the Depression in 1934. After traveling to New Orleans, Cuba, and the Caribbean, Vic decided that he would transform his hunting lodge-themed restaurant called Hinky Dink's. The drinks that he learned to make during his trip inspired him to change the theme of his restaurant and the name. Gone were the moose and deer heads that adorned Hinky Dink's. Polynesian decor became the norm. Tropical drinks were served at the bar. And voila, a tiki restaurant was born, and it was named Trader Vic's. The year was 1937. It didn't take too long for tiki to become chic. How do I know? Because first-hand experience with Trader Vic's goes back to my childhood, when my parents took me to his outpost in New York, located on the ground floor of the Plaza Hotel. You heard me right. The Plaza Hotel. Yes, the same Plaza Hotel that Donald J. Trump once owned and that was featured in the movie Home Alone 2. I will never forget the dark, foreboding, should I say mysterious atmosphere, festooned with palm trees, bamboo lamp spears, anchors, fish nets, high-backed rattan chairs, antique wooden outriggers, and hand-carved ancestor and menahune statues. Menahunes, by the way, are mischievous mythical characters from Polynesian culture, similar to leprechauns. I wasn't old enough to enjoy the cocktails, but the oversized lava bowls and skeleton mugs were mesmerizing and made a lasting impression, obviously. Since 1944, Trader Vic's restaurants have promoted the Mai Tai cocktail to the hilt, to the point where restaurants around the world offer this drink. Its popularity places it to this day among the top 10 favorite drinks in the United States, still after all these years. Victor Bergeron's version of its creation is that one day in 1944, he and his bartenders were concocting a drink when friends from Tahiti walked into the restaurant. Vic asked them to taste the drink. They did, and the friends exclaimed, Mai Tai Rohana, which means out of this world in the Polynesian language. The recipe I'm about to recite comes from my many dinners at the Trader Vic's in Beverly Hills, inside the Beverly Hilton Hotel, and my many conversations with the general manager, Chan Rohana, who had been with the Trader Vic's organization for many years. This is considered the official recipe and as close to the original as I could find, although, like other cocktails and mixed drinks, recipes do evolve. The recipe consists of 2 ounces of 17-year-old J. Wray and nephew Jamaican rum, fabulous rum, a half an ounce of Garnier orgeat syrup, a half an ounce of Dekuyper orange curacao, a quarter of an ounce of rock candy, and the juice of 1 freshly pressed lime, about a quarter of an ounce. Serve in a 15-ounce double old-fashioned glass with crushed or shaved ice. Garnish with a mint sprig and half of a spent lime shell. Over the years, as the drink evolved, a menahune spear skewered with a cherry and a pineapple chunk was added, that's right, for showmanship, of course. Please keep in mind that there is a good chance that the Mai Tai that you are served in a bar will most likely be a modification of this recipe. For example, simple syrup will be substituted for rock candy. Nobody uses rock candy anymore, really. And of course, a 17-year-old rum will not be used because it's so hard to find and it would be very expensive. So here we have it, the original Mai Tai recipe by Trader Vic. As is the case with other cocktails, There is controversy as to the origin of the Mai Tai. Was it really Trader Vic who created it? Or was it someone else? And now, here's the rest of the story. Something you should know is that before Vic transformed Hinky Dinks into Trader Vic's, he visited 2 Polynesian-style establishments serving tropical drinks. One was called South Seas Cafe in San Diego. The other one was Don's Beachcomber, just off of Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles. Both of these places left a lasting impression and helped Vic to create his version of tiki. As a matter of fact, I should say, he visited Don's Beachcomber bar so often that he became an unwelcome guest at a certain period in time. But December 5th, 1933, let's go back. Ernest Raymond Gant opened his bar and restaurant the day after the 21st Amendment was ratified, ending Prohibition. It was located on McCadden Place, just off of Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles. The name that Gant chose for the new bar and restaurant was Don's Beachcomber. He had traveled extensively through Polynesia and the Caribbean and had a slew of tropical drinks ready to go. He hired a bartender or 2, men from the Philippines, who would remain loyal employees for many years to come. As his success grew, and as Hollywood celebrities became frequent guests, actress Marlene Dietrich and Howard Hughes were regulars, Ernest Gant found himself portraying an adventurer, an explorer, and proponent of Polynesian culture and cuisine. So he changed his name to Don, D-O-N-N, Don Beach, Don with 2 N's. This was the first of what we would call today a tiki bar and restaurant. He called the food served there South Sea Island cuisine, but in reality, it was Cantonese food, Chinese cuisine. That's what he was serving. The decor was from Don's collection of South Seas artifacts, like fishermen's nets, parts of ships, bamboo lamps, and driftwood signs. The space itself was very small, a former tailor shop. Victor Bergeron visited Don the Beachcomber, sat at the bar, studied the rum-based drinks, and watched the operation in action. Again, this was several years before Trader Vic's opened his doors. Among the drinks Don Beach created was the Sumatra Kula, and one of the most famous tiki drinks of all time, the Zombie. But where, oh where, does our Mai Tai cocktail come into play? Well, here it is, right here. Don's second wife, Phoebe, states that the original Mai Tai was first served in 1933, the year that Don's Beachcomber first opened. And here is Don the Beachcomber's original Mai Tai recipe. Pour into a mixer 1.5 ounces Myers Plantation rum, 1 ounce Cuban rum, 3/4 of an ounce fresh lime juice, 1 ounce fresh grapefruit juice, 1/4 of an ounce of velvet falernum, 1/2 an ounce of Cointreau, a triple sec, 2 dashes Angostura bitters, 1 dash Pernod, and the shell of squeezed lime as a garnish. 1 cup of crushed ice, about the size of a dime. Shake all the ingredients for 1 minute on medium speed. This means it was done in a blender. Serve in a double old-fashioned glass, garnish with 4 sprigs of mint, add a spear of pineapple, sip slowly through mint sprigs until desired effect results. At this stage, it's a he said argument. Trader Vic stated that he created the Mai Tai in 1944, and Don the Beachcomber claims that he served it in 1933. Who will decide the argument? Well, it's a journalist named Jim Bishop, who was a very famous journalist who I knew by reading. He was a friend of both Vic Bergeron and Don Beach. Bishop was a respected journalist who had written The Day Lincoln Was Shot, along with The Day Kennedy Was Shot, among other bestsellers. One day, Bishop was sitting around drinking and chatting with Trader Vic and Don Beach at the Trader Vic's in San Francisco. The year was 1970 or 1971. According to Bishop, as the discussion progressed, Vic Bergeron said, "Blankety blank, Don, I wish you had never come up with the blankety blank thing. It's caused me a lot of arguments with people." Then he said, "This blankety blank did do it. I didn't. Wow. In the long run, does it really matter? Quite honestly, we have two very different drinks. They both happen to sport the same name. Both are good drinks, but it's the Trader Vic's version that lives on in history thanks to the success of the Trader Vic's restaurants in 17 countries around the world. And now you know the rest of the story.